Kindness. Ah, you alright?
Yeah. That's lovely. So, welcome back to the channel. Today it's just an update video because we're stuck on the River Thames at the moment and it's red, isn't it?
Yeah, bright red.
Don't know why he's back there.
I'm just having a cup of tea.
So, we've been stuck in the same spot for about 5 days now, and oh, it hasn't been nice. So I got the bug, apparently Dad said. I've got the bug. Hang on. And I just want to keep cruising. But unfortunately we can't do that in the red. Because, as you saw in the last video, I didn't record it, but we almost lost the boat a couple of times. And it was absolutely horrific. All that torrential rain we had in the video prior to that one had built up upstream, and yeah, it wasn't good.
It was terrifying, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we checked the graph and there was a big spike on Wednesday, the 16th, which is the day we did it on, and today is the 20th.
But the temp, they don't update their boards at the weekend, do they?
No, it hasn't been updated for 2 days, so it could possibly be different. It's still saying Romney Lock, where we are now, is red, and the lock after, I forgot the lock name, but that's red as well. As long as we can get past these two locks, then we'll be fine, but we're going to do that in the next video, so watch that. Today's just an update about where we've been. We've been stuck on the River Thames. I've been going insane. My mental state has not been very good. Dad can tell you that. I've been absolutely horrible. But we had no choice really. Yesterday it rained in the morning, but it was alright. The day before that, it was absolutely horrible. The day before that was really nice and sunny like it is today. So it's been very inconsistent, and it's been in the levels up and down all the time. But luckily we've been able to moor onto the lock landings on the first couple of days. We stayed down here, which is just before the lock, and then a couple of days after that we went up onto the other side of the lock to try and get some water, but yeah, turns out we can't because they've locked the water point because it causes too much problems. What's the point of having one there then? So we couldn't get into that. So then we were running out of fuel as well. I forgot to mention that, but a couple of days before we came up to that side of the lock, we were running out of fuel and we had to run the engine because
They were getting low on fuel, weren't they?
yeah, what was wrong? There was something wrong with the alternators or something, wasn't it?
One of the alternators is reading 14.4, which is perfect, but that's for the starter battery. And the other alternator that I've looked at is only reading 12.5. I've tightened the belt to maximum. The boatyard here gave me a few belts, but none of them fit, so I've had to really tighten the belt that I've got until I can get a new one. And either repair the alternator myself or buy a new one. Or buy a new one, probably buy a new one, and then get the parts to repair the old one, because they are quite simple to repair.
So yeah, we had to
I'll get a repair kit.
We had to literally rev the engine for hours and hours on end just to get some power. And it was horrible. We ran out of water. I didn't have a shower for 5 days. I had a shower yesterday and it felt so good because we had to reserve our water. But Dad went over to the boatyard, which was opposite, and he asked, is there a place he can get fuel? Because the nearest place we could get fuel was absolutely miles up the canal or the river. Or we could walk to the BP garage and get some diesel there. Where are you going?
I'm just going to find a bit of paper.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it. I don't know where the bit of paper is now. Oh, here it is, yeah.
Stephen Dilly?
I got the bit of paper from Dilly and Steve. Stanley and Thomas Boat Builders Limited.
Yeah, that's... So, Dad went and got some 40 gallons of fuel from them, which was really nice, and he paid, how much was it?
77p a litre.
770p a litre.
What they pay for it.
Yeah, which isn't official, you can't actually go there and get fuel regularly, but they were so nice that they gave us that fuel and a barrel to take it along.
Haha!
Dilly, one of the owners, the lady sorted us out with some diesel. 40 litres there is there. Of red diesel, 77p a litre, a bit dearer than the way, but I'm glad for it.
What, so you can get fuel there?
Eh?
Can you get fuel there, or is it like...
No, they don't normally give it.
Oh, that's nice.
I told her we're going to go through the lock, just so we can fill up the water. She said fine. I said we just can't navigate in that. She said no, don't go on it. They got a towing job to do today, tow someone's boat that with the engine's gone, bring it up to here to repair it, but they're not even attempting it.
Oh wow.
So it's going to delay the job.
Have you bought those things as well?
Huh?
Those
No, got to give them back. We could do with one of these on the boat.
Yesterday, we were still up there on the other side of the lock landing, and they said, oh, if you can't go tomorrow, or the day before, sorry, if you can't go tomorrow, come down and you can use our electric and our water for free. And that's what we've done, and it's so nice of them for them to do that. So yeah, we're moored up in their boatyard at the moment, totally free, using their electric and their water. And
Yeah, they're fantastic people.
yeah, honestly, they couldn't be any better.
And they got such extensive knowledge. They got lathes. They do wooden boats. They do everything here. It's great.
Yeah,
And you can just pop in sometimes and get some.
They even gave you a timing belt, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they gave me a couple of alternator belts
Oh, no, but
from their shed.
just because
To-
ours was
to try.
broken, ours was completely stretched out. But
They got a box of about 15,000 different types of alternator belts in there. They've just got everything here. So if you ever get into a problem, come and see these guys.
yeah, mention our name. Did you say what the channel name was?
No, because they're an older couple. They're not really into YouTube.
But just mention Josh and Andy were here,
Yeah.
and
It's
then
a family business, fantastic, and they got two old tugs here, old Thames tugs. One's 1938, and one's 1928, and they weigh something like 90 tons each. But they can pull 1,000 tons each.
yeah, I joked.
They're
that-
nice to look at.
I said, oh, why don't we just get them to tow us up the Thames? They probably will have to tow us
Mm.
once we crash the boat today. So yeah, that was just the update today. Nice little quick video for you guys, just to update you on our situation. But today we're gonna fight the red, and we're gonna try and get to Bray Lock. And Bray Lock, the three locks after that are yellow, but we need to get to Cockham Lock. No, is it? No.
It's not just that.
Cockham Lock.
Pump out's filling up. We've
Yeah.
got nowhere around here that we can pump out.
No, that's the one thing they can't do.
So
for
that's
us.
the next problem. We're not going to be able to use the toilet. And there's no toilets around here.
So we've got to get to. I'm not sure if we're going to go to Cookham today or we're just going to go to Bray. But I think we can probably lock more on the lock landings again, just because of the conditions. So hopefully we can do that, because there's not much mooring at all, and we don't really want to try and moor against this current. I mean, it was horrible. But past Cookham Lock, it goes back to red. So as long as we can get through Cookham and more on the moorings there, we should be fine. Stay tuned for the next video, because that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? What was that? What did you say? You're the one who told me to film the disasters. Well, probably because you were supposed to put it on that one. What just dropped in the canal? What was it? a minute.
Shake and back and put the water back. Do the shake and back and put the water back. I think that's alright. Don't think much got in there.
Well, that's fine, I'm feeling it. Bit awkward, isn't it? Don't waste any.
I can't do it any other way.